Feed us, feed us. That's when my organs were screaming the 3 days that I wasn't eating. I went 72 hours without eating and I only drank water. I'm not exaggerating when I say that fast transformed me physically and spiritually. I've done quite a bit of 24-hour fast and I've even done a 48-hour fast twice. But for the past couple of months, something in my spirit has been telling me, you need to fast for 3 days. But I was like, going a little bit too far. I ain't trying to go 3 days without eating. No, because I love to eat. But then I realized that's the problem. You've been living to eat, but not eating to live. You've been overindulging in some stuff. You know you don't got no business eating. You'll say, oh, I'm not going to have this again for a week. But then you turn around and get it again in a couple of days. You've been lacking self-control. And guess what? That's one of the fruits of the spirit. But because most people love to eat, most people are addicted to food. That is one of the most accepted addictions of any addiction. But the reality is that can kill us too. Just like drugs, just like alcohol, eating the wrong stuff, putting toxins in your body. There's all type of chemicals that are in this food. And I'm not going to start preaching. Even though I kind of already started, I'm going to try not to start preaching. But people don't realize, yeah, you might not do drugs or drink alcohol or have, unprotected or premarital sex. But guess what? You have an addiction too, and it's food. Gluttony is one of these 7 deadly sins because it literally can lead to your demise. That's what causes all these diseases, all these illnesses. People think, oh, it's just hereditary. Oh, it's just random. No, it's what you're putting in your body. Our bodies are temples, but we don't be caring what we put in them. It's just, ooh, it tastes so good. I'm going to just eat it even though I don't know what the hell I'm putting in my body. And I'm not shaming anybody because I've literally been doing the same thing. At the beginning of this year, I was 132 pounds. Right before I fasted, right before I did my fast, literally the night leading into my fast, I was 139 pounds. Somebody might say, oh, it's only 7 pounds. Yeah, but 7 pounds turns into 10, and it turns into 15, then it turns into 20. And before you know it, you back to square one. I used to be 167 pounds. I was eating trash. I was eating like crazy. I was constantly eating fast food. I never drank water. I don't even know how I survived my early 20s and my late teens because I never drank water. And I did not work out. Like, I really did not take care of myself. I was eating TV dinners, Michelinas. It was just so bad. I was constantly eating red meat, constantly eating chicken. Like, I was just wilding out. So it's like, yeah, somebody might say, you only gained 7 pounds. It's not that big of a deal. But like I said, 7 turns into 10, then it turns into 15, then eventually it turned into 20, and then I'm 30 pounds heavier. Let me be clear. It's not just about the weight. It's not just about the number on the scale. Number one, it's about my health. And number two, it's spiritual because, like I said, one of the fruits of the spirit is self-control. If you're not being careful about what you put in your temple, you're just overindulging and, ooh, it just tastes good. I'm going to eat it. I don't even care what's in it. You're not practicing one of the fruits of the spirit. I don't like the feeling of something controlling me. Unless it's the Holy Spirit, I don't like feeling like something has a hold on me. So I had to be real with myself and stop being in denial because I kept telling myself, well, I'm healthier than the average person. I eat healthier than the average person. I work out 4 times a week. I don't eat red meat. I eat vegetables sometimes. I eat fruit sometimes. I drink a lot of water. But I had to be real with myself like, Kyla, do you feel like you are the healthiest version of yourself? No. Yeah, you feel 85% healthy, but what's that other 15%? What's this little sensation I'm feeling? Why is my stomach bloated? Why is my stomach feeling a little uncomfortable? Why am I, feeling these little weird sensations? Not all the time, but every so often it's like, what was that? And something in my spirit has been telling me, it's what you're eating. It's your diet. You need to make some changes to your diet. And God is so funny because a few weeks prior to my fast, I was trying to lose a few pounds. And I was like, I'm gonna just count my calories and stick to this specific amount of calories every day so I can lose the weight fast. That used to work for me. Anytime I would do it, I would lose weight quick. But guess what? This time it wasn't working. And I feel like that was God's way of telling me, stop focusing on the calories and start focusing on your health. I don't want to just be healthier than the average person, especially the average American, because the average American is super unhealthy. I want to be the highest version of myself. So that's another thing that I had to realize. Stop comparing yourself to the average person unless you want to be average. Another reason I fasted was I needed confirmation from God. I needed guidance from God. If I'm on the right path, give me confirmation. If there's something you want me to do or I need to do differently, please guide me and direct me. So that was another reason I fasted, because I've been praying and praying and praying, and I'm like, I feel like I'm on the right path, but not much has changed in my physical reality. So is there something I need to do differently? Because I feel like my spiritual world has changed so much. It's been so transformed. But I'm like, why is the physical reality not matching? I'm not gonna lie, the day leading into my fast, I wowed out. I lost my damn mind. Because I felt like this is the last supper. I'm not gonna eat for 3 days. I gotta just fill myself up. I was definitely overindulging that day, more than I usually indulge. I had pizza. I had this delicious chicken bowl with all types of chemicals in it that just made me addicted. I had a vegan donut. I had caffeine. I wowed out because, like I said, I'm like, I'm not going to eat for 3 days. I got to eat all I can. And guess what? I paid for it when I went to sleep that night, because that was the worst night of sleep. That was the worst night of sleep I've had in a very long time. First day of my fast was very eventful. I had 3 bowel movements. 3. That's how I know I ate a bunch of toxins and trash the day before. And God removed somebody from my life. One of my friendships ended, and I'm going to be honest, this is a friendship I've been contemplating. Should I keep this person in my life? Because a lot of times when I leave this person, I feel drained. I feel anxious when I'm around this person because they have a lot of dark, negative energy. And I truly am an empath. So I feel bad even saying that, because I understand where it comes from. Like, I understand this person has a lot of trauma, but I am a human. I am not a robot. I have emotions and feelings too. And it's only so much I can take. But like I said, I'm an empath and I like to hold on to the people that I love. So I probably wasn't going to cut this person off. So God had to do it for me. And it's so ironic that that happened the first day of my fast. That's why I believe everything is spiritual. Even though I did feel a little bit weak and hungry, I felt very calm and centered. I even went to the gym on the first day of my fast. The second day, I wasn't as hungry, but I definitely felt weaker. So I tried to preserve my energy as much as possible. Then on the third day, that's when I felt the weakest, but physically I felt the strongest. I'm gonna be honest, I physically felt so weak, I could hardly smile. I could hardly talk. I was really preserving my energy on that third day. One thing I noticed, I had a calmness and patience I have never felt in my life. Maybe because, like I said, I was so physically weak that I did not have the energy to be impatient or get frustrated. So I know you're probably wondering, how did I break my fast? No, I didn't break my fast with no big feast. Oh, I didn't go out and binge or overindulge. After my 3-day fast, I looked at food completely differently. First broke my fast with a smoothie. And I put a little vegan protein powder in it, and it was so good. It felt so heavenly. Then I made my little Indian dish. But instead of using chicken, I use red potatoes. What else did I put in it? I put chickpeas, mushrooms, and the sauce is no dairy. And I put it over some brown rice, keeping it healthy, keeping it clean, but it was still so good. And Oh yeah, also I had some baby spinach on the side because you know you always gotta have some greens on your plate. And y'all, when I went to the gym the next day, I felt like Superwoman. I felt like a freaking superhero. I was like, why do I feel so powerful? I feel so strong. Literally, I felt like somebody was zapping electricity through my body. Like, that's how powerful and strong I felt when I was at the gym the next day after my fast. I actually, while I was working out, I was lifting weights. I got teary eyed because I felt so much gratitude because I knew that little voice I kept hearing telling me, you need to fast for 3 days. You need to fast for 3 days. That was God. And if it wasn't for me listening to that voice, if it wasn't me being obedient, I would have never felt this power and strength that I was feeling. And not only that, but I did 25 push ups in a row. The most I've ever done in a row is like 10 to 15. I was just pumping them out. I'm like, who am I? Like, what has gotten into me? Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I lost 8 pounds during my fast. The first day of my fast, I was 139 pounds. The morning after I broke my fast, I was 131 pounds. And I probably forgot to mention it because that wasn't my motivation for fasting. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice bonus. I got so much out of my fast. Number one, God gave me the confirmation I needed. I don't want to go into details because that's between me and God. You know, I want to keep that, sacred. But also, it really helped me with my self discipline. It really helped me break that spirit of gluttony. It really helped me to stop indulging in one of these seven deadly sins. And last but not least, not only did it make me look at food differently, I am no longer eating meat and dairy. I'm gonna be honest. I can't even believe I'm saying this because literally just a week ago, before my fast, something in my spirit told me, you need to lay off the meat. Why you been eating so much chicken? There was a point in time you would only eat chicken once or twice a week, and then the rest of the days you was eating vegan. What's going on? Why you been overindulging? Guess what I found out? Chicken and even other meat has opiates and other drug-like chemicals that make you hooked. So I'm like, that explains the reason why I've been slowly eating more and more chicken. Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to preach. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys do want me to do a video about why I'm not eating meat and dairy anymore. But yeah, I look at food completely different. I was doing a lot of studying and a lot of praying during my fast, and something in my spirit told me, you need to stop eating animals. I just don't feel right anymore eating, meat and dairy. Not trying to shame anybody who does eat animals, but I just look at food and I even look at animals so differently. And all the stuff that I studied, all the research I did, as much as we don't want to admit it because the animals are so delicious, that shit is unhealthy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel right calling myself a vegan because number one, I still eat honey. And I know the hardcore vegans, they'll be like, she's not a real vegan. But number two, I don't want to label myself a vegan because I don't like how vegans are very judgmental. With all due respect, I don't rock with that because I'm about leading with love, not with ego. Yes, them being upset and protesting, it's for a good cause. I understand their anger because, like I said, I completely look at animals differently. However, I believe in leading with love. Even if you're doing something for a good cause, if you're demonizing people and you're judging people and you're acting like I'm on this moral high horse because I don't eat animals, that's ego. That's ego. And another thing that I think about is like, bro, you need to humble yourself because you haven't always been vegan. Just because you're enlightened now, that doesn't mean you have the right to judge somebody else. Everybody grows at different paces. And like I said, I'm about spreading love. I'm about leading and teaching with love. So I'm not going to call myself a vegan. If other people want to call me a vegan, it is what it is. I'm going to refer to myself as, I'm going to just refer to myself as a conscious eater. I'm going to refer to myself as a herbivore. That's all I have for you guys today. If this video was helpful, If you took something from it, make sure you like it, make sure you're subscribed. Feel free to share your thoughts. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.